Tell you what, this is going to be a right Royal Rumble. This class is sponsored by Snap Change, Stockrods. And on pole position, it is the Opel Corsa of Gary van Dijk.
He might actually hold them for a bit, eh?
He's got a whole lot of VWs behind him, that's for sure. He's the only Opel product out there. The rest are all Volkswagen. The Wamsa flag is up. Grant McLean sends them on their way as they run down into turn number one. Van Dijk will certainly get the whole shot into turn number one. Michelle Brandt is right in there behind him. Matthew van Dorp is on the outside. Down the back lane, here comes Kayla Jones. Kayla Jones coming through. Christoph Etzebeth there on the outside. Jandre Versaghi having a squiz as well there on the inside of Van Dorp. Then coming down towards us now is the 101. That is Gert Ellis. Man-to-man, Christo Krokamp is stuck in there behind the 12 of Van Dorp as they exit turn number one. And right there behind him is Mia Ellis.
Well, a whole new form of power underneath the bonnet there for Christoph Etzebeth, running with the likes of Michelle Brandt and also with Kayla Jones. He's sitting on that outside line, the 48 of Heini van Rijn in that fourth position, just ahead of Jandre Versaghi. Gary van Dijk dropping down to sixth.
Out of turn number one they go. This is going to be a battle royal the whole day long, and here comes the two lady racers. They're sitting in P2 and 3 at this point in time. Christoph Etzebeth on the outside. Michelle Brandt says, I'll have none of this.
Heini van Rijn, that's right in there, and Versaghi, as they battle one another, Versaghi's come to play. It's a 5-car battle.
Yeah, keep an eye there on that man, Jandre Versaghi, one of the top racers at Mega Oval. Vusta's Gert Ellis slows right down here in front of us. He's got troubles of his own. No problems out there for that group of 5 working the way out of turn number 1. Heading out of turn 1, down the back lane, the lady racers are sitting in P1 and P2. Michelle Brandt on the outside is Kayla Jones. Then it's Christoph Etzebeth. Heini van Rijn shoves it up on the inside of Etzebeth, followed there by Jandre Versaghi. As they exit the pit corner, Chris Etzebeth just moves right out the way and lets this whole dogfight make its way out of turn number 1. Coming through behind them is Christo Krokamp, Vicky Zeely, Adrian Ruthenberg, Gary van Dijk and Matthew van Dorp as that leading group works its way out of turn 2.
She went completely sideways. He tucked it up on the inside as she got held up. So Christoph Etzebeth went around the outside. Jandre Versaghi in the group, still in that 5th position. And Etzebeth now trying to close off Michelle Brandt. And she says, Paddy, don't you believe you're going to be able to muscle me around?
Well, the fact that the 86 has gone out there in P1, they're not going to catch that 86 Golf of Kayla Jones right now as slowing down is Van Rijn. Heini van Rijn slows right down going into turn number 2, and now it's a 3-way fight for 2nd, 3rd and 4th position, and it's currently been held there by Christoph Etzebeth from Michelle Brandt, from Jandre Versaghi as Heini
Etzebeth goes wide.
As Heini van Rijn cruises across the line and pulls off the circuit. Down the back man they go. Yes, Etzebeth, Christoph ran a touch wide, and here comes Jandre Versaghi. The man from Mega Oval Worcester says, if you guys go, I'm going to go with you. And he's got a lot of speed. He's hanging in there with the Brandt and Etzebeth that goes wide once again. And Jandre Versaghi says, thank you very much, young man. I will inherit
of these Stockrods.
First is Kayla Jones. Second is Michelle Brandt. Third is Jandre Versaghi. I actually forgot about Kayla Jones out there when I said he lost a lot of power. Here comes Christo Krokamp. He sits out there in that 4th position, followed by Vicky Zeely. And I think the heat could possibly be getting to these cars as Ruthenberg makes his way through, but it's Jones that comes home in P1, Gary, with Brandt in that 2nd position.
Yeah, 3rd place is going to go to Jandre Versaghi. There he comes through now. Christo Krokamp will come through in 4th place. Thereafter, I almost think it could be Ruthenberg.
No, Vicky Zeely got to the flag. Yes, just ahead there of Ruthenberg, and then the rest of the field just following through after that.
Definitely the heat playing a factor there. At least 40% of the pack slacking off after a period of time.
Right, the Wamsa flag goes down, and away we go. It's Adrian Ruthenberg that has a lovely run down into turn number 1, but it's Mia Ellis. Mia Ellis coming out, and no, she does not get the whole shot. That goes to Ruthenberg. Down the back lane they go, they're side by side. Adrian Ruthenberg sitting up there in P1 at this point in time. With Mia Ellis. Jandre Versaghi has come through from Mega Oval Worcester into that 2nd position. Here comes Heini van Rijn. Zeely is in there as well. No, not Zeely. It is, and it is Mia Ellis that gets turned around accidentally there. There was a contact in turn number 1, and that brings out the full course yellow flag. Adrian Ruthenberg in that 4-car. He'll have a lot of support from my far left-hand side of the stand. They will all be up on their feet for Adrian Ruthenberg, that's for sure. Yandre Versace, man, has he done well from Mega Oval Worcester.
There's a lot more power under the bonnet, and Christoph's making good use of it. Down to turn number 1. What's it going to be now? It's going to be Versace that's going to be into turn number 1. In head there of Ruthenberg. Krakamp on the inside. Kayla Jones will get the power down all the way around the outside. She's got superior straight line speed to most of these cars and drops into second.
Into second position there, just ahead of Ruthenberg. Krokam sits there on his right behind him. Then it's Heini van Rijn. Christoph Etzebeth coming through. Michelle Brunt, Vicker Zili, Matthew van Dorp and Gary van Dijk. But down the back lane they go. It is Yandre Versace that's got Kayla Jones parking off there on his outside. Out of pit corner they come. They're side by side for now. That's not going to last long as Jones hits the lead, heading down into turn 1.
Yeah, so John Versace down into 2. He's got Heini van Rijn and then Christoph Etzebeth in that 4th position. I must say that that car's got much more power than what it had before. It's obviously been now set up correctly as well. And Christoph looking like he's been riding for a long time.
In the previous heat we had a bit early on today, however, it's about the 86 of Kayla Jones heading down towards us with Yandre Versace in that second position.
Yandre Versace, and we're going straight once again is Heini van Rijn. It looks like Vicker Zili is going to pull the Motormasters one out of this race as well.
So here comes Kayla Jones around to start another lap. The bonnet pin, the left-hand side front bonnet pin of Yandre Versace's bonnet has gone. Now it's both pins on the left-hand side. That bonnet's going to escape from that car very soon, and he's got Christoph Etzebeth right there on his case. Across the line, down into turn number 1. Here comes Brunt on the inside to put a lap there on Matthew van Dorp. She's got the best seat in the house when it comes to this little fight between the two of them. Anything goes wrong there, she'll move up 1, maybe even 2 positions as race leader Kayla Jones comes around to start another lap.
I somehow don't think
it's a bit, Gary, as Kayla Jones rolls towards the checkered flag.
Yep, Kayla Jones will take the win. Jean-André Versace holding out on a hard driving Christoph Etzebeth in the snap change Fox. Michelle Brunt in the full boost Golf comes through ahead there of the Graham Spray Works, and Krista Krakamp will pick up that 5th position. Frankie, take him off the line.
Right, the flag goes down and off we go with the Heini van Rijn that gets a lovely start into turn number 1. Mia Ellis is there in that second position, followed there by Matthew van Dorp, but around him on the outside goes Vicker Zili. Zili moving up then to 3rd place, and he brings with him for the ride Christoph Etzebeth. That goes up into P4. Van Dorp is a sitting duck at this point in time because here comes Kayla Jones and Michelle Brunt. Brunt on the outside, Jones on the inside. Brunt moves up that position. Jones loses out for now. She gives him a bit of a whack and says, come on, I need to get through. I need to get in there behind the 15 of Michelle Brunt.
Oh, Christoph Etzebeth's got a great
P4, 5 and 6 at this point in time. And there goes Kayla Jones. She goes in places her car on the outside there of Michelle Brunt as they work their way out of turn 2 quarry corner. The two ladies are still side by side into turn number 1, and it is Kayla Jones that takes that position away there from Michelle Brunt as they exit.
Having broken away from Vicker Zili, and that car starting to trail more and more smoke. Let's hope that he doesn't start dropping oil on the circuit. And that is Kayla Jones that's starting to close down on the tail end of him as well.
Well, Heini van Rijn will know that he's got Etzebeth right there on his back bumper.
Earlier on, he finds himself now really battling to bring that car around the island. And Christoph Etzebeth has his first look up on the inside of Heini van Rijn. Races on up the inside of Matthew van Dorp. They go. Matthew sees them coming, but now Kayla Jones is coming to play as well. Could this be a last gasp battle coming out of the last corner? If anything happens slightly different up front, I think they could come across the line very close to one another. Heini van Rijn has taken all the pressure. Gary van Dijk moves towards the outside. Kayla Jones under braking, closes right up. They line astern, but I think where they are is where they're going to end. It's going to be Heini van Rijn from Christoph Etzebeth by half a car from Kayla Jones. And then the next one through will be, Vicker Zili ahead there of Michelle Brunt.
And the 303 coming out of turn number 2 towards the checkered flag, that of Christu Krokamp. Here we go. As the Wimser flag goes down, the drivers watch the flag, they climb on the gas, and off we go across the start-finish line into turn number 1. Kayla Jones from Michelle Brunt, from Christoph Etzebeth. Etzebeth up on the inside of Brunt and moves up there into that second position. Christo Krokamp has got Heini van Cars. He's led out there by Mia Ellis, and right behind her, the 12 of Matthew van Dorp.
Heini van Rijn had a good run on the start and made good use of it as well as he crept up onto the cars in front of him. He finds himself now
first and second. It is Brunt and Van Rijn that sits there 3 and 4. Followed there by Krokamp, Zeely, Ellis and Van Dorp. Down the back main goes the leaders. Zeely is in there as well, and it's 4 of them down the back main fighting out there for that third position on track.
It looks like Christo Kraukamp's played a bit with the tyre pressures, because that car's definitely not now as tail happy as what it was early on, and you can see the overall pace keeps him now ahead of the likes of Vikazili.
Mia Ellis and Matthew van Dorp having their own little battle here at the back end of the field as Kayla Jones and Christoph Etzebeth make their way back down into turn number 1, and I'm afraid that the toe is now broken there between the two of them, and it's going to take a huge effort for Etzebeth to get back onto the back bumper there of Jones. However, no effort for Van Rijn as he sits there right on the outside and next to Michelle Brunt as they head into the quarry corner, and keeping an eye on both of them. These the 303 of Mega Oval. Worcester's fight at the back end of the field still rages on between Mia Ellis and Matthew van Dorp, and right behind them as the white flag comes out for the final round is your leader Kayla Jones. But this battle still continuing here between Michelle Brunt, Heini van Rijn, Christo Krokamp and Vikazili as the checkered flag is ready here, Gary, for race winner Kayla Jones.
Yeah, from pole to flag, it's Kayla Jones. Very good ride by Heini Etzebeth, and look at this one. Sure, brilliant stuff. Michelle holding out on the last there from Heini van Rijn, Christo Kraukamp, and then Vikazili coming through directly behind that.
He has won the snap change Stockrods finals for the event. Or should I say for the, well, she probably has won it overall in any case.
Right, still the spectator race to come. And that should be pretty interesting. I believe that there's 8 in total. Let's see if we can get 8 out on track.